You guys, it's me, Crystal, and today I have my latest book haul, which I guess is my August book haul. And so I'm going to just jump right into it and start with the ebooks. So the first ebook I picked up is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This is a YA fantasy. And the reason why I picked this book up is because one of my writing friends recently read this book and she loved it. And as I mentioned in the previous book haul, I've been wanting to read a fairy book. I've also been wanting to read a Holly Black book. And so I decided to start with this one. I was going to read The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, but that same writing friend said that she didn't love that one, but she did love this one. So I'm going to read this one. I'm not really sure what it's about. It's been on my TBR since before it came out. I'm assuming there's a cruel prince in it. So anyway, that's all I know. So the next ebook I picked up is an anthology called Toil and Trouble. It is short stories about witchcraft, and we all know Crystal loves witches. So the reason why I bought this in ebook form instead of physical book form, because even though it is very beautiful, it is an anthology, and I like to read anthologies a lot in the shower in case there's a story I have a hard time getting into. Then I can just kind of prop it up and read it in the shower, and I can kind of get through those slower parts a little faster. Also, if there's a story that I'm really enjoying, I don't have to stop reading to take a shower. So this should be fun, and I'm very excited. The last ebook I picked up is Heart Shaped Box by Joe Hill. I'm also really not sure what this is about, other than there's a guy who collects really dark and disturbing and creepy and sometimes gross, like horror or like murder related things. So the reason why I picked up this ebook is because it had a price drop to $2.99, and I don't know how long it was going to stay there, and so I decided to go ahead and get it since it's been on my TBR for a while. But I'm not going to read the ebook. I'm going to read the audiobook because I thought with it being close to fall time, it would be really fun to listen to a creepy story on an audiobook. I might regret it, but I really liked Horns by Joe Hill, and so if nothing else, it should be very entertaining and interesting. And as far as I know, this is like an adult horror or thriller or like a supernatural thriller or something. So I'm moving on to the physical books. The first one I picked up is another manga classics. This is The Count of Monte Cristo. And I've been really enjoying these manga classics, and so I'm very excited to read a couple more. If you don't know anything about The Count of Monte Cristo, I saw the movie like years and years ago, and I absolutely loved it. And it's about this guy, and he gets screwed over by like his best friend since he was like a child, and so like he gets sent to prison wrongfully, and so anyway, he gets out of prison and he like remakes himself and like gets revenge on like his old friend and old lover and stuff. And anyway, I cannot wait to read this. The next one I picked up is another manga classic, and it is Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre is a book that I've actually really been wanting to read, but I actually haven't read this book, even though like I seem to know a lot about the story. But I have seen like a movie version, and I love the story, and so I'm very excited to read this manga version, and then maybe it will inspire me to actually read the actual book. But anyway, I'm very excited about this. And if you don't know what Jane Eyre is about, it is about this young woman, and she like goes to be a governess for like this eccentric rich guy who like has a dark secret. It's really good. The movie was really good. Okay, so when I'm talking about graphic novels, I picked up Giant Days Volume 8, and this came out on April 28th, and so I am very excited to have this. And like I say every time I read these are all like contemporary, new adult comedies about this trio of college friends in the UK somewhere, and they're a lot of fun, and I've really been enjoying them, and I can't wait to read this one. The last book I picked up is The Glass Butterfly by E.G. Howard. This is the third book in the Haunted Hearts Legacy series. I think they follow all like different members of the same family. I'm not really sure what this book is about in particular, but I went ahead and picked it up because I like E.G. Howard. But anyway, the Haunted Hearts Legacy, they're like adult and new adult like historical paranormal romances. And anyway, of course, when I saw this was coming out, I had to get it. So So these are all the physical books that I got, and that is all for this book haul, and hopefully I'll have a reading wrap up soon. I've actually kind of lost track of like the last book was that I finished, but anyway, in any case, that is all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.